tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Fielded in the end zone. It's wrong. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Guys, let's talk about Syracuse. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
And you hear it all season, and you see it every year, that teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brock. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this third down. Back to pass, it's McNabb. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. The RPO fired complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Back up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. And the timing just a hair off.
And sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that ball. Good coverage.
Some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. The give on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Memphis will be forced to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. From the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's McNabb. Got it in the middle, it's Sullivan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Sullivan. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Syracuse right back at it.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Orange with a ton of options available on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Syracuse lines up on third and short. Gives it on the option. Runs for the tackle. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sullivan. And he's still running after the move. Touchdown, Cuse. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
So nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Duke is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UConn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To throw, it's Glenn. Quickly to the tight end. You better be aware that stiff arm's coming. He gave him the business end of it and gets it out to the 14.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
So now it's second and long. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Croft. He gave it a big effort, but he stopped at the 22. Not quite enough to move the sticks. It'll be fourth down.
Syracuse 7, Memphis 0.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field.
Timeout, Memphis.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to the back. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Dupree. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, this running back has been the only guy off the Sims touch the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Orange. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. It's an offense. We don't need to. We'll put points on the board.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He unleashes a long one.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And the returner goes down.
And the 36. And your Syracuse Orange will take over. First and
10. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. To the air, it's McNabb. Throws to the wide out. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Here comes the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Loss of 6.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Floats it out in space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1.
Now, 4th down.
This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Turning it on. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Syracuse.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on their running back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Syracuse. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Working the middle. It's complete. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Memphis wants to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Still looking on the move. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Finds his man. It's Givens. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and you never get one.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Memphis.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Number 84.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. As expected, they're content to run out the clock and go into halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. And they needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum. Get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the Syracuse Orange will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Goes to the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here.
I have absolutely no problem with that call. 3rd and long, passing defense on the field. They sneak the option in. QB makes the right decision, and they chew up some yardage, and now they've given themselves an opportunity on 4th down to be able to go for it.
Hunt is on its way. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. From the 15. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cross.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking for a man, it's Glenn. With the catch, it's Cross. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking left. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But, maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Just got to have better awareness if you're the wide receiver and understanding where the sideline is. That time, it didn't even look like he was trying to get any feet down in bounds.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Glenn. Takes the easy completion. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Coming out with it, it's Harold. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Tight end now in motion. The give to the left side. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Use it now. Use it now. Ready, go.
On the option. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
He's there. And the 27 brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Syracuse 21, Memphis 10.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Facing 4th down.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? defense. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse, and field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's now second and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. Big fella moving. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Calls his own number. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
16.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harrell. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They go to the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Syracuse right back at it. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. This offense is aggressive on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Dropping back, it's McNabb. Under fire. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Now on the return.
The return is tackled down at the 26, and the Memphis offense will take over. 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down. We'll throws it in. It's Givens. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Fires to the middle. Working on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Looking to throw on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They're dealing with a second and long. Gets the back moving. He wants to throw it again. This one's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Here's the handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. There he goes. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. This team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you.